Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining. I like to do videos on canning and vintage recipes and being thrifty and thriving while I'm semi-retired, which is something that's been new in the past year. And today I'm actually bringing you a product, something new that was offered to me, and it's something that I've been wanting to get, and so this was a great opportunity. I love canning and I like to blanch and freeze, but I didn't have a dehydrator. I've just done some things in the oven, but never like an official dehydrator. So London Sunshine reached out to me and offered to give me a dehydrator to try, to see if I like it and if it's something that I want to add to my food preservation. And it's something that's been intriguing me for a long time. I have some channels that I watch. Number one is Purposeful Pantry, Darcy. She is like the expert on dehydrating. I am not. I am as new as they get. But I'm excited because sometimes you can't get to everything canning, and sometimes you don't want to freeze it and take up freezer space. So I'm excited to add dehydrating as another option other than doing it in my oven. So this is pretty exciting to me, and we're going to give it a trial run today. So I thought I'd bring you along and show it to you. I do have a discount code down below if you're interested in one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to do this together. Here it is, just unpacked it, and it's 6 trays, the fans in the rear, it's stainless steel, the temperature control is up there, has a nice window in the front, and then it came with the trays. And I gotta wash those. Then it came with mesh liners. So I think I'm gonna use those today. And then it came with one like this that I can use for more liquidy things. The thing that it really appeals to me about doing dehydrating is I can get things going in my canner, and then I can put some things in the dehydrator. So I can do twice as much in one, span of time. If I'm doing tomatoes, then I can make the tomato powder from the skins. And I just think it's gonna be really cool to have. And it's light. It is very easy to pick up. I was a little worried about that, but not a problem. I mean, I have other things that are a lot heavier than this. And I think my Ninja blender is this is bigger, but it's not any heavier. So I put a lot of time into thinking, what do I want to dehydrate for the first time? And I watched a lot of different videos and read a lot of different ideas. And I decided that the first thing I'm gonna do is frozen vegetables. I need to make room in my freezer for some upcoming things. But I like these vegetables. I have some mixed vegetables. I have peas and carrots. And to be honest, I use these vegetables more in the winter and fall with hearty casseroles and soups. And dehydrated, they will be perfect for that. Peas I use for macaroni salad. But there's so many fresh vegetables right now that I'm taking advantage of that. But I need to make room in my freezer, so I grabbed out some of these, and my first trial run of my dehydrator is going to be on processing, dehydrating frozen vegetables. And then I'll be able to have them shelf stable and grab them, whether it's a little bit or a bunch of them for a casserole or to add to soups and stews. And I think it'll be really a wonderful thing to have. So I'm gonna go grab my trays and I'll bring you down and we will get everything ready to go into the dehydrator. And these will go on 125, and anywhere from like 6 to 10 hours it can take. So I'm thinking, you know, about 8 in the middle until they're until they're firm and hard. So I have my trays, and I'm going to use the mesh liners so that nothing falls through. And I'm just going to spread them out here on a single layer. No need to defrost, just break them up and spread them out. I'm going to put some of these over here so I can spread them out without them going to the edge. I will have plenty of shelf space to do that. I like using peas and carrots for shepherd's pie or cottage pie, whatever you want to call it, in some different rice casseroles. So these are ready to go in the dehydrator. Now some mixed vegetables, perfect for making pot pies. And this is a great way when you can get a sale on these frozen vegetables to preserve them and not have them taking up so much space in your freezer. And now we'll do some peas. I really like to have peas for like fried rice. And I might leave some of these in the freezer for some macaroni salad when my dad's here. And these are ready to go in. Okay, the trays are all in here. I probably could have filled them a little fuller, but I'm just trying to be cautious. Get away, Missy. And I am going to turn the temp on 125. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to do 130. And time, I'm going to put 8.5 hours. And push start. And the fan started. And I have it out in my garage going because it's been so warm here to not make it warm in the house and have the noise in the house. I probably could have put more on each tray, but I'm just trying to be cautious with it. But I'll bring you back when I go to check and we'll see what we end up with. And then we can jar them up and condition them, make sure they are fully dehydrated before I put them down on my pantry shelves. Everything seems dry and hard and much smaller. I could have definitely put more on the trays, but I'm going to turn this off now and let everything cool and come to room temperature. I let them cool and they are hard and all dried. So now we need to jar them up and condition them, make sure that no moisture comes in the jars. So that will be the next step. I have 2 trays of peas and carrots. And I have 3 jars out. I might mix the extra peas in with the peas and carrots, because everything I would use it for, I could do the peas and carrots together. I'm going to put these in canning jars to condition them, and that's just, I'm going to put a lid on and I'll shake them up every day, a couple times a day or every day for like a week, and make sure that no moisture forms in here, no little droplets. And if there is, then I will put the stuff back in the dehydrator, because that means it's not fully dehydrated. And let's see, these trays don't, okay. Let me get it out here more. Loosening up everything from the mesh trays, liners I should say. So there's one tray. Here's the other. There's not many on this one. So that's why I think I might canning jars work really well for this because you can see what's in it. You know, I will label. Now I have a tray of peas. I'm gonna add those into it. There went one on the floor. I bet Missy will come find it. Lid on. And there we have one jar of peas and carrots. And I'm going to leave these jars out on my counter so I don't forget about them until I know they're good for sure. Let me put the funnel in. This is the mixed vegetables. With my canned meat and potatoes, this will make for really quick pot pies. So I could have done, and maybe I'll go get some more mixed vegetables and add to this. Here we go. It's pretty amazing, you know, that there was one big bag of peas and carrots, and then I had a bag of peas. Well, I guess the peas and carrots weren't a big bag, but the peas were. And it shrinks down to this. What a great way to take up less space and have them shelf stable. So I'll just keep going like this, and we'll make sure there's no little droplets in there. When I feel confident that it's not an issue, these go in my pantry. Easy peasy. So I think my London Sunshine Dehydrator did a great job. I do have a discount code down below if you are interested in buying one or checking them out. So check it out down below and let's have some fun dehydrating. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.